In today's video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on student loans. When I first started working at my first job, there was a guy that I knew. He was older than me, maybe in his mid-30s at the time. And he would always bring up that he wanted to pay off his student loans. He hated paying for them every month. And within a condensed period of time, he focused and finally paid them off. Fast forward to about a year ago, and today is April 23rd, 2023. So probably sometime last year, I'm in the break room at work, and the topic of conversation is everyone is relieved that all of their student loans are in forbearance. That is, that they're put on pause. And the problem spread from one person 20 years ago to everyone. Unfortunately, the system doesn't tell people how debt works. And it puts them into a position of being a wage slave, where you're forced to work to pay off this debt that will not magically disappear. And some of these people in the break room at that time, one of them was looking up to see what their minimum payment would be. Unfortunately, with the way debt works is if you make minimum payments, it's never going to go away. You have to make the full payment, and moreover, it's better to add an additional on top. Fortunately, I've never encountered the student loan thing, but I've had to pay off car loans and house mortgages, and paying off stuff isn't something I want to do all the time. I'll do it if I have to, but it shouldn't be a norm. But it seems like, unfortunately, it's normal for people that are entering into the workforce, and they don't really understand how all this stuff works. They know it was put on pause, and maybe in the middle of this year, they're going to put it on unpause. And right now, everything's expensive. Rent is expensive. Utilities are expensive. Food's expensive. And by the way, you have to start making payments on this stuff. And it's going to squeeze people even tighter. So what they're going to do, they're going to make just the minimum payment. And this thing won't go away until they start making full payments on it. And they're not going to forgive it because they just want to make money off these people and put them basically in forced servitude for the rest of their lives, where they have to make payments on this thing that won't go away unless they become financially smart and figure out a way to pay it off quickly in a shorter amount of time. But in the meantime, you can buy now, pay later, and just make those minimum payments. That's unfortunately becoming the status quo, and that needs to change somehow. The question is, how do you make it change? You have to educate people on how it works, because they don't tell you things about loans when you take them out. They're just focused on, can you afford that monthly payment? They don't provide the full bigger picture. This is how interest works. This is what happens when you make the minimum payment. They're just focusing on the very, very short term instead of the very long term, when they sit these people down and have them make these life-altering decisions. That's it for this video, and of course, thanks for watching.